Now let's dig deeper into what developing habits of mind in the classroom means for you as the educator and for your learners. Why do you need habits of mind when you already have objectives? Habits of mind explain ways in which learners are thinking and acting, while objectives explain the content and skills they are learning. When you're familiar with the habits of mind, you can easily guide learners with habits-based discussion questions like, will this computer program be easy for all people to use? Interdisciplinary connections can be revealed with questions like, what do we know about insects that could help us design these hand pollinators? It's also important to use effective language by phrasing statements like this: I admire how you all are learning from the results of your first design. One way to get started is by using the habits of mind discussion prompts. During class discussions, refer to these prompts to guide and redirect learners as you circulate the room during group work. By focusing on habits of mind, you will be able to better recognize when learners are engaging in expected practices, and because learning through open-ended design challenges looks different from other subject areas, it can be difficult to assess learner performance using traditional methods. EIE habits of mind provide an alternative way to assess learner progress. For example, a disagreement between learners about the best material for cleaning an oil spill may seem like a failure in teamwork. Seen through the habits in mind lens, however, this argument is evidence that learners are considering problems in context, envisioning multiple solutions, or considering trade-offs between criteria and constraints. Understanding the habits of mind will help you recognize this argument for what it is: evidence of an effective collaboration. EIE habits of mind support problem solving no matter the context.